giving me a place to go to.
Now, talking about we didn't ask the right questions and all that. So, is that the only place that, or let me even ask you, did they notify you to remove the marquee tent from their property? Did they notify you?
The only notice I had is that at the end of my lease on December, I wrote a letter requesting a 60 days extension of my lease so I can, because at that time I'm negotiating with the new landowners at University of Legon to finalize the terms, and I needed some more time. I requested 60 days, which was towards the last week of December or the last 2 weeks. She immediately wrote me back and said, no, not only am I not going to give it a 60 days extension, but as of the 1st of January, you will not have access to this location anymore. And on the 1st of January, she put a padlock on the gate that she told you that the minister created for me. They put a padlock on it. So how am I supposed to get access to remove anything?
Did you hear say because I asked her whether because I've heard you say that you don't have access to the place, and he said you've always had an access to the place. You're able to go in and out anytime that you want.
Chrissy, on the 1st of January, she and the security put a padlock on my gate. And I mean, this is fact. You can, I wish I was there when you're doing the interview so you can ask her these facts. There's a padlock on the gate that she put on the gate. That's the only reason I went to court to file for an injunction. And the injunction, if you read it, it wasn't only just to stay whenever the judge lets me stay, but it's to give me access to my property to remove my stuff because she locked the gate. If someone locks the gate on you, whatever, how can she tell you can come in anytime you want when the gate is locked with their padlock?
So what I'm sure when it comes to the legalities and all that, we can go back and forth on it, but is it because the place was locked up, that is why you couldn't remove your property from the land, or maybe you didn't have a place where you have to move the dome to? What was really the issue?
So the real issue at Chrissy was twofold. The first reason legally is because she locked my gate, so I can't get access to my location.
Okay.
But also the size of this structure is a 8,000 to 9,000 square meter structure. It's 150 meters by 50 meters. It's a very complex system. Electrical system, waterway system. I had closed over 70 bathrooms. I had dressing rooms. I had conference rooms. I had offices. So it's not an easy edifice to move. And finding land in Accra was very challenging. I've been trying this for almost a year and a half to look for a place to go to. But it's challenging to find 4 to 5 acres in Accra that gives you the space to actually build out this facility, invest in it for a long period of time. And I finally found it in the last 6 to 8 months, even working with the LFC for All African Games at the University of Ghana to try to relocate. And we're finally in the final terms of finalizing the deal, which in the next 2 weeks would have been finalized. And in the next 30 days, I would have relocated. So I needed that extra time to give me time to finalize. But I also needed time to maybe even remove my equipment, my production equipment, and put it in storage. If you had gone to court based on the injunction, the judge could have given me a week. They could have given me 20 days. They could have given me 2 months. But whatever it was, I would have had a court-ordered action in which I had to remove my stuff, whether I put it in storage or whatever I put it, that was on my business. But that's what I required for the court to give us what was equitable to the cause. And only a court can issue a demolition, eviction, or a destruction of anyone's property. And that's what I was waiting for. And that's why I did the right thing, because my gate was locked, went to court, filed a writ. Since January, they've been dodging this writ, for 2 months. We finally went to court. We did substituted services. And you saw evidence on March 7th, the wall in front of the trade fair next to the security post was pasted with the substituted services, which has met the minimum legal requirement in Ghana to notify somebody of a writ and an injunction. And since March 7th, they know this. Obviously, that's been removed now because somebody removed it, but there's no way you can deny receiving a writ from the court when it was pasted on your walls, and you can see the video right next to your security who was standing right next to it. So I don't know how all of a sudden you come on late in March, and then destroy my property. And that is illegal. And what court order did you use to destroy the property? What court order did you use to bring 5 bulldozers or 4 bulldozers to destroy my property? And not just even destroy a piece of it. Destroy all of it. Not only just the edifice or the rental space, but the rooms for my equipment, my production equipment. Why would you do that? I mean, where's the human face of that? You know, what is the human face of that? And why? For what? For what reason? I mean, how can this space, this little space that this is occupying, prevent you from developing a whole, 400 acres or 500 acres or 40 acres, whatever they got here? How can this be preventing you from doing that?
What do you suspect? What do you make of it? Do you think this is just a show of power? Do you think that what really do you suspect?
I mean, this is clearly a show of power. I mean, clearly they are frustrated for whatever reason. But what they don't understand is that this edifice is the largest indoor edifice for entertainment, not only in Ghana but in Africa. So Ghana always cries, we don't have event centers. Ministry of you don't invest. The government never invests. And the government says, we need private investment, private government. And then you destroy the largest one you have in the country? Does that make sense?
So you resorted to the legal means by going to court to seek an injunction and all that. You got substituted service, pasted it on the wall. They still went ahead to destroy your property. What are you going to do next?
I mean, I'm discussing with my lawyers what the next steps are, and for me, it's not even about, I mean, I heard some people talk about judgment debt. I'm a businessman. I don't need judgment debt. I want to feed my family tomorrow. I want to feed my family next week. You can't just destroy someone's business. My whole aim of this business was to help the entertainment industry. I'm not here for judgment debt. I mean, that might be fair and equitable, but what do I do tomorrow? What do I do next week? What do I do next month? How do I feed my family? How do I feed my workers? This center was a place where a lot of people in this industry ate, from logistical people, from artists to everybody that came and worked here. So how do I feed them? I mean, how do we push this economy forward if this is how we're going to resort to just pulling people's businesses down without any court order, without any justification? So, no, I mean, my lawyers will advise me the correct way to do it. But for me, what is important to me is that for investors like me to come to Ghana and spend this kind of money, and because I love my country and because I'm from Ghana and then this is where we should be developing, for this to happen, what does it tell other foreign investors? If they're going to do this to their own person, what are they going to do to me? Why will I put $5 million or $2 million or even $500,000 to invest in something that somebody can just come and pull it down because you haven't found a place to move to, or because they're not following the rule of law, or because you are following the rule of law and they're frustrated with that?
What do you think the Ghana Trade Fair should have done? I mean, they're also frustrated. I mean, as you just indicated, they said 18 months, they still want to redevelop the place. What do you think they should have done? I
think they should have gone to court, like I did. If you go to court and you're the government and you have a valid case, why would the judge not say, you know what, Leslie, they are right. I give you 4 weeks to move out. I give you 2 days to move out. That's what you do. I mean, Chrissy, are we not a country of laws? I mean, isn't that what we are supposed to do? Go to court? I mean, do you get land guards to bully people or national security to bully people because you can? I mean, this is not a question of what they should do. It's what is the right thing to do. And the right thing to do is go to court. Your Honor, this guy, we don't think he's going to leave. I don't know why, but can you get him out? And he does. He got a court order, and you get me out. That's what you do. You don't demolish and destroy my property without any due cause, without any due notice, without any respect for the investment.
Is this what you're looking for? Is it also the case that, well, I mean, you'll be a bit recalcitrant on, moving, and will come to this point?
Well, I mean, like I said, I would have moved within 30 days because if you can ask the University of Ghana, the UGA, we're in the final stages of locking in the land that I was going to go in. And actually, payment was actually next. Right, so this is
was the Ghana Trade Fair, in the know of all these negotiations that you were having just to get a place to, move the dome from their property?
No, I don't think they were in the know. But if they came to court, that was what, we're in a court of law. That's what I would explain to the judge on why I needed the space and the time. But they never came to court.
Is it a case that communication between the two of you, I mean, you on the one side, the Ghana Trade Fair on the other side, had broken, has gotten bad that you can't sit and talk about anything that everything you wanted, maybe fine, the court process to take its course?
Chrissy, I sent you a letter in which a week before my lease ended, I asked her for 60 days.
Yeah.
Honestly, the 60 days would have ended on March 1st.
Okay.
Right? So she could have just given me the 60 days, and now the onus was on me to move. She refused. So, I mean, how do you work with someone that is
but Saturday,
give you the bare minimum?
just gone by March 1st that you're talking about, March 1st, March 1, 2024?
Yes, because my lease ended on December 31st, 2023, and I requested that she give me an extra 60 days, which would have been the month of January and the month of February, for me to move. And she denied that. And not only did she deny it, in the letter she said, not only am I denying it, but as of January 1st, which is in a week, you're not going to have access to the place anymore.
So that's 60 days. Leslie, hold on. That 60 days would have ended what date?
We would have ended March 1st. And
I'm saying that the property was destroyed last Saturday, which was March 16, right?
Yes.
So it's even gone past that 60 days. Am I correct? Leslie, are you there?
Yes, I'm sorry. I lost you. You can ask me the question.
Yeah, so I'm asking that the March 1st, end the 60 days, and the property was destroyed on March 16, which means that you even have some grace period. Is that not correct?
But once again, Kwesi, you're looking at it the wrong way. That was the request. It was denied. So what did I do? I went to court. We've been waiting for them to show up in court so we can deal with this issue.
I'm putting the whole conversation in perspective that we understand. You requested for 60 days.
I want you to understand is when somebody locks you out, how are you supposed to go in and take your stuff out in 60 days?
No, I'm saying that you requested for 60 days, and from what you've just indicated, that 60 days would have ended on March 1, 2024, correct?
That's correct.
Yes. And even though that officially you didn't get any response that, okay, well, we've granted you, but you still had that 60 days, correct?
No, I did get a response. The response was permanently no. We are not granting the 60 days. You will not have access to the place from January 1st. And then on January 1st, they put a padlock on the gate.
Oh, okay. Okay. I get you now.
And that's why I went to court.
Okay.
In my writ, my court was, Your Honor, I want access to the place, and then they need to take the padlock off.
Okay.
And then 2, I need time to move.
Why do you think they did that? Why do they have to put padlock? I mean, the man is ready to move his property. Why did they do that? Why do you think they did that?
And that's a question I wish you had asked her on the phone.
I didn't know those. I didn't know. Some of the things you are now supplying them. So I now have to go through. I'm sure some of the questions will also come. I have to take time to go through some of these documents.
But Chrissy, as you can see, I'm backing my facts up with documents.
Mm-hmm.
From the 6 months to being relocated within the trade fair, right? That's very clear, right? It didn't say we'll give you 6 months and you have to get out of here. It said we'll give you 6 months and we'll have to relocate you within the trade fair. So how do you relocate me within the trade fair when you're doing a redevelopment of the whole trade fair? Because my case is, if you're going to relocate me somewhere else, why don't you do whatever work you're going to do here somewhere else and let me stay here for my term? If you know what I mean, especially if I've invested $2 million on the ground. That means wherever I'm going to go to, I'm going to have to invest another $2-3 million on the concrete of the ground. Does that make sense? With a year left on my lease, or 18 months, I should say, left on my lease. Does that make sense? Why would you even request me of that of me?
Leslie, well, I'm sure we'll have to leave it here, and when we have some more time, I'm sure we'll continue. So thank you very much indeed for your side of the story. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, it's unfortunate.
If you know, you know. What if you don't know?
Now you know. Now you know. If you know, you know. You take it for last.
on. It has nothing to do with the conversation that we are having. I just love the song, and I'm sure lots of you love this particular one from Flavor Bola. and Yaiwa got up to do some shaking and all that. You know how to dance. Okay, your time now swap and cranty. Me and Connie tell. Sure.
But I think the brief thing I can say is that Mitien Komono from both sides this is very frustrating for both parties. Sebe Sika investment gone down the drain. But at the same time, no. From what Trade Fair for they needed to continue with their project. Mind you, say project the more it sits, almost more accumulated cost. So I say it's a very sentimental issue, because this year as some no can year, someone's feelings will be hurt.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Someone's feelings will be hurt. So I just
no kreno.
Yeah. No kreno make no kreno say the project had to go on. The thing was dragging because I'm very sure that this what's it called again? Injunction and dragging issue no more. And then the Trade Fair people too had to also continue with their project and almost also no beboka. But you see, Brakwasi, and also speaking from a creative perspective,
Yeah.
I'm not even going to try to go into the legal bits because I have no knowledge on that. But speaking from a creative bit, yakakra. Especially when we as an industry, we are struggling to get space to even host our events and all of that. And seeing this go down the drain, now who say, couldn't there have been some sort of discussion where Eniemano, sending during go from Krani betutu. Then soba kope warehouse be now do Niema begua. Now would you go? So it's kind of touchy feeling.
Make I every chemu pa minim nebia usha. Omujiri papa bi hotel bi pa or airport honum see pa. Sa hotel na dana no mo si omujiri gu ye no. Masa, I don't know. Bem say Rollins Abreso say why say was Rollins Abreso.
I mean, it's very.
Omujiri bibia gu ye.
Including air conditions, lighting, everything. Everything. So I can only imagine what Leslie is going through now.
Chili,
but
kakra na yenko.
Where they say be kasa students they make for and then they say the idea want to know they need their accommodate no until we na accommodate na idea no on channel the court.
Kojo, mami nti we.
Yeah, as a creative, as an artist, and no morally no. Ya. Say set up bisano ya juregu aseno isan say ka betime nya kwanya akopɛ for me wa amanfo be brain so what your space no I benefited from that. I think most of our top shows be happening or her
and to be fair here, and so far unless uti interview na me doctor eduye no or see contract in the womb, and I was just wondering which contract we say anyway. Obana say what we can say to know into maybe buadi enegu minim, but there's nothing like that. You just go into
I'm not sure he will even sign something.
Be nim says okay yebe bubuegu. So uhiamra. But sadi we omo mind we impa. Where I mean people will show you say
we're
paralyzed, yeah.
Wow, and you know as a creative there straight morally no eyamiya. Nemo ya de ba babia senior Trade Fair for aka o masem na ora Leslie so aka na sem na obia wo bibi okura ma e mani gini hudi say onyan fom so ora Leslie nkoma wodi ni kire say o nya so e kire say contract or agreement or any Trade Fair ewo onyan fom so bia e na o he Trade Fair for so enkoma omo bo about senior omo contract tie nieme wom woni madam adu kasai o kire o se contract mu kire se mre ne so se ehia ya ye japade de aye enuma na se ye bubu a ye ntua ho hwe etu om so mo kire se om ba bia adu no the only thing e be ba ne se court no so senior wo tie mo contract agreement no tie ne senia court ene Ghana mamra no so ye de etie cause babia na orealist ebusa say Ghana ha no say ubebubu obi ade a esese onya court order ehọ no na me so pese mu say na mra no so etie fa wo sa ekwan no so say mete odan mu ana say me mafo asase a me de mabobo bebi esi so na say mra so na ebi a esese mitu na me nyantu impo no a say na esese utimi de ope enam nkrata me no mienu asan no nko aso ana say ne oman a yetimu nyina say obi a ho beto no we ejapade ho nka na we so ejapade ono so ne oye ne bekosa na say basabasa yensini ntino esese oman ne mra no ne yehwa na say yemienu yemra na ne ya adwempo na ya bɔ no na ese ye de hwe ɛhɔ no ne baabi a mpese menya ho su ɛho yie pa na ekodu kota na se ne be ya because sika ekoyi no enye sika ketwa ye ntimi hwe ma obra ye pese investors ba into a creative space no na say the message ne kwa obi ono so pese oba no ebi wontimi mba eno so nkyere se bi a obi so be ye investment a ome ha obi bi a ono so aboa na ma na sase enye sa na e che na emom no esese mra no mu ye clear na ya adwemu ye ne eda ho fan se ne be a enko ha ye dachi now you know
Kojo Keno Tenenka Tilia Kenipa Yaya Boa Ewie studio no hanum se omo no omo boa me en komoni e beto aso en kwani ahode wa ya wada ne memenda yeko Salamat Vince boa me hyehyɛ dwumidi de bremo Isabella enso Taichi Peter Squan so sa Ekwanso bebro dwumidi odi an kan kwa me boa ba betrim akopim no nsia Crazy Abuaje I'm still your darling I know right
Don't make excuses
make
reasons why